Today we are going to talk about Kanban, the workflow management method. I'm going to explain what it is and what are the rules that are essential for you to get most out of it, but many people ignore. I'm also going to show you a lot of different examples of how a Kanban board can look like, so that if you are just starting, you have something to inspire you. Kanban is a workflow management method that is going to help you manage your work or your life visually. It helps you maximize your efficiency and helps you improve continuously. The word Kanban comes from Japan and can be translated as billboard or signboard. Its origins are in manufacturing and go back to 1940s. But since 2005, Kanban has been widely used by agile software development teams and lately has been adopted by other business units across various industries. Its success comes down to, as it is usually the case, to its simplicity. You have one board, actual or digital. You have few columns. It can be as simple as just 3. Requested, in progress, and done, or to do, doing, and done, or ready to start, in progress, and done, or any combination of the above. And you move your tasks through this board. Very easy to set up and very easy to follow. But there are some rules that a lot of people ignore and then they don't reach the full potential of the Kanban system. One of them is WIP, or Work in Progress Limits. The Work in Progress Limits rule sets a maximum amount of tasks or cards that you can have in each of the different stages of your workflow. Implementing WIP limits allows you to complete single work items faster by helping you to focus only on current tasks. It prevents tasks and context switching. There isn't a predetermined formula that will tell you how to set up optimal work in progress limits. You need to see what works for you and for your team if you're working with one. There is one rule to keep in mind though. WIP limits should not be exceeded at any cost unless there is an urgent task that needs to be considered the highest priority, and that should definitely be an exception. If a lot of tasks that you do are dependent on a third party, you need to set your WIP higher, otherwise you might be sitting around and not do anything. However, having too high number might tempt you to switch constantly between tasks, which would result in everything taking way longer than it has to. I personally would start with 3 cards per person as the WIP and then adjust. But don't increase that number just because you don't feel like doing the other stuff. It should be justifiable. Another thing you might want to introduce to your Kanban system is a more granular column system. It's a good idea to include some kind of a backlog or backburner column where you put down things that need to be done in near or distant future. This is a place that can get messy and lengthy, and it is important to review it regularly, at least once a week. More often if you're working with a large team. If it becomes too large, you can separate it into quarters of the year or even months. You can also use colors or tags to prioritize your tasks. So when you set up a card, you give it a priority, for example, urgent, normal, not critical, low priority. You can have multiple columns, but you can also introduce what are called swimlanes. Those are horizontal dividers of each column. So basically you separate the tasks in each column according to the swimlanes. You can do it according to priority. On top, you would always have the urgent items, and at the bottom, those with a low priority. Or if you're using Kanban for organizing both your work and personal life, you can separate those into swim lanes. And you can create a WIP for each of the column and a swim lane. In my next video, I'm going to show you how I use a version of the Kanban system to organize my work, my YouTube channel, and my personal life. I use Trello for that, and I am going to walk you through my whole system. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you do so and you hit the notification bell so you get notified when I post my next video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.